TCU, Kansas State, Big 12 championship game. We're going to react to the highlights. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so Kansas State starts it out. Find themselves in a 3rd and 8. Howard going deep. That is a tough needle throw there. Risky, but they do pick up the sticks. But it looks like that drive fizzled out. So TCU able to start off strong, going deep here. Find his man, Johnson. Johnston had himself a day. 4 catches for 139 yards. Duggan holding this single high safety, just staying put just long enough to be able to put this ball to where only him or nobody can get it. And that's a big play. They find themselves in 1st and goal. Front pylon play. It's tough for a defense to be able to guard that front pylon. Duggan gets a nice little run action fake here. Hold that defense just a little bit. Get them outflanked. Nice pitch and catch. And just like that, TCU scored on their first drive. All right, so K-State. Howard steps up in the pocket. Well defended by TCU. And it's another series that comes to an end. So a little counter action here. Bounced it outside. Good patience. Find a lot of green grass. That was Miller on that carry. 3rd and 7. See what TCU can get here. 3rd and 7. They're going deep instead of attacking the sticks. Good effort right there, but that one gets broken up. So they're going to have to punt this ball. You know, they don't try to go for the sticks there. They try to go for a big play. You live and die by it. Howard on 2nd and 2, taking a deep shot. Got him. That was a dot. Like, that is well defended by that TCU defender there, but we're going to be able to take another look at this. They get an offset fullback, little run action. That didn't look quite like it should have, but kind of run a deep little K route, and man, that was just a good ball. So 4th and 1. They're going for it on a 4th and 1 here. Little boot action. Find the leaking fullback for a touchdown. A big time call. TCU could have got some momentum right there if they would have stopped them, held them to no points. They do not. They run a boot on 4th and 1 instead of actually just running the football, and it ends up giving them a touchdown. So 15 seconds left to go in the first, and Kansas State kicks it right back to TCU. All right, he's going to take this out about 5 yards deep and just north. I mean, listen, more people need to do that. Just hit it north. You give them one opportunity to get you, and if they don't, you're going to find yourself getting quite a bit of yards. All right, so K-State took back over right there. Newton with a really good defense. And now they have to punt. So now on the next series, it's the 1st and 10 for K-State. Little jet sweep action. That's a good cut there. Good downfield perimeter blocking and just poor tackling. He's down there to the 20. This is a 7-7 game early in the second. K-State fans feeling good. They get down to the goal line. Oh, and the quarterback kept it. Quarterback kept it for a touchdown, so it's now 14-7. Howard, really good job in the pocket there, but nowhere to go. And eventually TCU is able to get them down on the ground here. So we get to see this from the end zone copy. Offset fullback, they try to run action fake. He tries to step up. There's nowhere to go, and that's a good play by TCU. So 1st and 10, TCU finds themselves down 7. Duggan looking, cross body. Wow, Johnston just wide open. Nice little stiff there. Oh, he fumbled. Wow. Holy cow. Just, these are mistakes that TCU cannot have in Kansas State. Johnston is their main dude. He's just loose with the ball. Almost looked like he was trying to go behind the back with it. What are you doing, Johnston? And like I say, Johnston had himself a good day. Johnston 4 catches for 139 yards, but a costly fumble there. Looks like Kansas State did not do anything with it, so it's 14-7. Duggan with a rope down the field. Wow. There's something about Duggan's game that I really enjoy watching him. K-State bringing a lot of pressure here. Finds the crease. Makes a guy miss. Big first down. That's the issue. When you bring the blitz, if you don't get them at the line of scrimmage, normally good things can happen. They have to settle for a field goal. And so it's 14-10, but right now, if you're a Kansas State fan, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. 18 seconds left to go at the half. K-State trying to put up some points right before. Howard in trouble, and Howard will go down. That's probably how the half ended right there. All right, so, into the second half we go. TCU only down 4. They're still feeling okay. Duggan escapes the pocket, in trouble. Ball comes out. It's in the end zone. TCU recovers. That's going to be a safety. The biggest thing is they're going to have to review that. They do, and it did get stopped. The hand never went forward, so they eventually did not call it a safety, and they ended up having to punt the ball. K-State 14. TCU 10. Howard, that was a hell of a throw there. Almost could have been a score. TCU later in the drive, or K-State later in the drive. Wow. High point that football by Garcia, but give props for Howard. Howard put that in a spot where only RJ Garcia could go up and get it, and boy, he got some length. That's the first time I've ever seen Garcia play, and he went out there. They went with a quad stack, and you could tell there was some major confusion there by TCU. Garcia gets a little bit of crease, but hey, that was still well defended. Howard just put it on a rope. So now 21-10. TCU needs to kind of get their game under them, and that is not how you do it. Boy, he got destroyed. And at this point in this game, like, Kansas State's feeling it. They've got all the momentum. They've got the confidence right now. They've heard everything about TCU, nothing about K-State. So it's 21-10 a little bit later in the game. Duggan on 1st and 10. That's a really good ball. Boy, had to really put some zip on that ball for it to get there. And he does. That safety comes downhill. It looks like he did lose his footing a little bit. But 4th and 16, looks like TCU came away with no points there. Punting the football, and he muffed it. I remember this. Kansas State had all the momentum, and then a muffed punt. Special teams, guys. Special teams are critical, and this kind of gave TCU some life because at this point in the game, K-State had it all. So 2nd and goal, inside handoff, making people miss, and Miller into the end zone. So 21-17, big costly mistake by K-State, giving life to TCU. 3:20 left to go in the third. In trouble, and down he goes. He is lucky he held on to that football. Very lucky he was able to hold on to that football. That could have been huge for TCU. Duggan against 21-17. Going deep down the field, lost him. Johnston with a big gain. They're lucky they tackled him right there. Duggan was taking some big hits, and he just kept hanging in there and throwing big-time throws. Johnston's going to be a really good NFL receiver. Like, he's got the mold to be really good in the NFL. So 3rd and 7, it's 21-17. They get a trips right. Johnston's to the left, looking right up Johnston. Just throw it up. That is a terrible ball. No height on that ball, and it is a pick in the end zone. I did not see that live. You've got to put that ball up in the back of the end zone for your big wide receiver. That was Duggan's worst throw of the game. And that is critical, man. So Howard and K-State able to take back over. They escaped with no points being given to TCU. 2nd and 5. Inside handoff. And boy, I have to say, Vaughn could go. Vaughn on the day. Look at that move in the open field. That DB had no chance. Vaughn on the day, 26 carries, 130 yards, and that touchdown right there. And it's just, you know, as TCU, as you're feeling, you had a chance to go up in that game, and then you throw that terrible pick in the end zone. It's now 28-17. Right there, that should have been a pick. Somehow he's not able to hold on to this football as he came down to the ground. That would have just been devastating to TCU. 4th and 10. TCU decides to go for it. Trips left, single receiver right. Duggan fires. And that was a good ball, but that was an even better catch because he had to take a shot. That was Barber on the catch. He ended up having 3 for 26. You can tell he was shaking up there. And it leads to a 42-yard field goal attempt. And he squeaked it in. So 28-20, down 8. TCU is fine. TCU gets this ball back under 3 minutes left to go. It's 2nd and 20 here. Duggan escapes, and Duggan does what he does best, and it is just simply play football. The dude is a guy, man. I'm telling you. I don't know what his kind of future holds as far as NFL, but I like his moxie. Yeah, that's right. I said moxie as he goes into the end zone. And I remember that drive. He was dead because he did it all with his legs and his arms, and he was running for his life. Max Duggan into the end zone. So now they got to get the 2-point conversion. Down 28-26. And they just lost the tight end. On a nice little mesh concept, they lost the tight end right there, Wiley. He ended up with 4 catches for 28 yards. And just like that, TCU doing what TCU does. And it's come back and win games. But the game ain't over. It's 1:51 left. They kick it off. All right, he's got a little bit of space. Got some pretty good blocking. Boy, they lucky they got that trip right there. He might have been gone. Might have been gone. So we get to overtime. This is where TCU goes to work. Miller to the 20, to the 10, out of bounds. And you're feeling like K-State had all their opportunities to put TCU away, and they can't. But all right, so let me pause this real quick. I don't know why it didn't show it right there. TCU got all the way down to like the 1-yard line and 2nd and goal or 3rd and goal. They didn't get it. 4th and goal from the 1. TCU could kick a field goal, go up by 3 and play defense. TCU decides to go for it, and they get stopped. Cold. He was definitely stopped short of the goal line, and that basically handed this to Kansas State. 31-yard field goal attempt right through the middle, good. And Kansas State wins the Big 12 championship. And that right there, Duggan, you can just see it on his face. Duggan went 18 of 36 for 251, 1 touchdown, 1 costly pick. But then rushing, Duggan, 15 carries, 110 yards, and a touchdown. And then that's how it ends for him. And you go back to that decision. And I'm not really second-guessing the decision. I like being aggressive, going for the win. Previously, it looked like he might have broke the plane on the play before that, but it's tough to tell. Inclusive evidence. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Would you have went for it on that 4th and 1, or do you think TCU should have kicked the field goal? And also, TCU now has 1 loss. They're still in the college football playoff, right? They've done enough. Undefeated season. Lost in overtime in the Big 12 championship. There's no chance that Alabama gets in with 2 losses over TCU, right? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you like videos like this and we live stream game reactions like this live, hit that red button, subscribe to the Coach Plays. Until next time, guys, peace.